All right, welcome to another video from the chart readers. Hopefully you enjoyed this little extra day away from trading, but nonetheless, tomorrow is a new one. So as always, we will start with the top indicators and then look into the lower ones later. So I will block these real quick. Again, we are looking at the NASDAQ composite on a daily view. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit to just really focus on the immediate. I'll take a zoom back out and look at the bigger picture shortly. So I talked about this before the end of Friday, right? The last two trading days were very, very much inconsistent. There was so much confusion and uncertainty, right? Points of high, points of low, and fairly flat. Points of even higher, points of even lower, and fairly flat. What I essentially said was either Friday we're going to come down to this death line, or we're going to do something to really, reverse this little mini trend. And I think we've done it. So I'm, again, just focusing on the immediate. We had a pretty hard downtrend right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days that really kind of smashed what was a good little uptrend. This day right here clearly broke up from that downtrend, right? And it was a pretty massive day of buying, right? There wasn't as much uncertainty as we saw with these doji days. It pretty much dropped for a moment. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that scared a lot of people. But once it came back, it definitely ended the day very, very strong. And if you look, that's pretty similar to this day. When was this? To the 23rd, a little less than a week ago. And you can see what the next day did, right? It gapped up and then really flew to that next moving average, right? So hopefully this candle and this candle, which kind of do look the same, right, produce a bit of a good news. Hey, look, again, we see it right here on, what is that? The other 23rd, May 23rd. Excuse me. You can see the day after gap down, right? So I think we've seen enough days where this candle is really going to determine what the next, few days might actually look like. And hey, even with this gap down, we did still see the climb, right? So, and then hey, with this gap up, we did see the drop, right? So just kind of keep those in mind. Nonetheless, I'm really happy with this day. We broke this immediate downtrend, and hey, we might have a shot at coming back to that 11.2, 11.3 number that we were talking about really not that long ago, right? But overall, where are we? Let's talk about the channels, and then we'll talk about the moving averages. So we are definitely at the lower end of the channel, right? So again, the channel is nothing more than these two horizontal lines that I myself drew. These are not computer generated. This is just, I'll get to drawing those as we, move up or move down. So we are in the lower part of the channel. Hopefully this helps us climb back up, right? And again, we talked about just, this is what it kind of looks like, right? We might bounce up and down until we either break up or break down. So moving average wise, where are we? So again, we are definitely trading below the 8, below the 20, and we haven't even come close to testing the 50 in quite a while, right? I do hope that we can at least come back to the 8 tomorrow, maybe even test it, if not close above it. The fact that these two are pretty close together makes it a little harder. It's always hard to break one moving average, let alone two. But let's see what this ends up looking like over the next couple days. Excuse me, I'm a little stuffy, so hopefully the audio is coming well. So coming down to our lower indicators, hey, this MACD looks nice, actually. What was going to be a kind of drop back, potentially under, looks like we're starting to curve back up. I am happy to see that. Again, we're gaining a little distance from the red. Again, green over red is always good, right? Looking at the RSI, hey, that's actually a real nice RSI. So we do have a nice, almost, launch path kind of going, right? That's a good ramp. Hopefully we see one more day and really maybe both of these will start ramping up well. I think the combination of these two plus the break of the downtrend from the beginning of the video does make me a little confident in the start of the week. Kitties, get down. Hey, I'll be back. That hasn't happened since the first video. Look at that. Sorry about that. I do want to kind of go back to just the overall picture, and then we'll take a look at the SP500 and the Dow. again, do not forget where, as I zoom out, you kind of see it, right? But we are still in this oops, that was a very bad line. You know, I just saw this feature. Let's try this. A little straighter a line. So that is the main downtrend. We're definitely sitting in this downtrend right here as well. So again, this magic number is going to be 11.5. If we can get to 11.5, we've not only broken the downtrend, but we're definitely above the 20 and obviously the 8 at that point, right? And then again, just that immediate downtrend that we broke is what makes me hope will at least come. Hey, what number is this? Let me get back to this other view. What number is this? Hopefully we'll get to this 11.4 area. So, hey, and again, look, we're sitting at 11.1 right now, right? So that's a decent jump up. So don't fray what looks like a couple $100. But overall, we are still very much in a negative position. Overall, there's still a good amount to just be very cautious of. However, it does look like we should get a good little bounce on the NASDAQ, and it'll just be a matter of, is the moving averages going to block us? Is it going to try to go back up to the channel, the top of the channel, excuse me? Let's just see what this bounce does. And then let's just look at the weekly real quick. Why not? Again, hey, not great, let's be honest. So still a big downtrend. We definitely did not close above 50% candle. 50% would have been a little closer to there. We're like at a quarter candle, give or take, right? Again, we really want to just be in, yeah, look at that. That 11.3, 11.4 is 11.4 would take us even higher, right? But I think if we can hit, give or take this line, this 11.35, if we can close 11.35 over the next 4 days, Tuesday through Friday, US, that should sit us pretty well. Again, this 10.8 line, I'm still calling it our death line. So let's go back to the daily and let's move over to the SP5. How are we looking here? So again, same story, right? Let's take a look again. Downtrend was there, clearly broken here. We're actually sitting a lot closer to the 8 moving average, obviously, to the 8 on this S&P 500 daily. So that's a really nice little confident boost. Not only that, we actually closed above this mid channel, right? This is pretty much the low, this is the high, and we're kind of sitting in the mid right here, right? So this SP500 daily, plus what we just saw on the NASDAQ, does make me feel pretty good. Look at that MACD. This is a lot more sloped up than the other one was. And then again, wow, look at that. SP500 should have a better day than the NASDAQ tomorrow based on what we're seeing here. And then we'll do a big view real quick. DJ30, Dow Jones Industrial. Boom, look at that. Closed above the 8, above the line, and 2 beautiful lower indicators at the bottom. Again, overall, I already know it without even looking at it, right? But overall, we are still in those monster downtrends, right? Like, I don't even have to draw the line right now. However, it looks like there's a good chance to make a positive gain in these next few days. So let's see how it opens. Let's hopefully gap up and just take, I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. This 31.5 number is going to be a key number. If we can beat 31.5, I mean, we should fill some of these gaps right here. Again, maybe even pushing back to this, even test the 50 or back to the top channel. So let's see what the next few days look like. But hey, all 3 majors are looking positive, and I love seeing the consistency throughout. So again, I hope you enjoyed the extra few days off. Don't let that distract you. Tomorrow's another trading day. I do hope you're learning from all these videos. Don't forget to check out the website and sign up for the emails. Again, I try to put a little more info in the emails after this video, a couple of seconds to think and add some more. And if you've missed any videos, if you click on the analysis video link, you will see the latest, including the close of the last trade. So I hope you're learning. I hope you're getting much better at this. And hey, remember, another day, another trade.